We're talking with Camille Mansur, my mom, who is going to be sharing her memories about September 11th. When were you born?
1959.
How old are you, and how old were you when the attacks occurred?
Well, I'm 52, and I was 41 when the attacks occurred.
Okay. How did 9/11 affect airplane travel since?
9/11 has put a lot of restrictions on airplane travel. It has caused a lot more security issues, and people have to go through a lot more restrictions, and it takes a lot more time trying to keep everybody safe.
Okay. Where were you when the attacks occurred?
I was home. I worked part-time at the time doing a job share, and it was a beautiful Tuesday morning. I had gone for a morning walk, and I had hung sheets out on the line, and as I came in the house, I decided to turn the TV on as I was working and saw all the activity.
Describe the atmosphere around town.
That day you were in kindergarten, and I was coming to school that morning to read to your class. Every child had that opportunity, and you were going to Holy Trinity at the time, and when I drove from Inver Grove Heights over to South St. Paul, it was eerily quiet. Nobody was out, and every radio station in the car, there was no music. It was all about 9/11. I also remember when you played soccer at the time, and I just remember it being quiet because you never heard any airplane activity for a while after.
How did your view on Middle Eastern countries / Middle Eastern natives change before and after?
Well, considering I'm full-blooded Lebanese, I don't think that my view has changed at all. That'd be like asking an Irish person how do they feel about the IRA, or asking somebody from Venezuela how they feel about different things, or the Mexican drug. I mean, I don't have any change because I am from that ethnicity.
Did you support the troops immediately after the attacks?
It was very sad, but I believed it was necessary.
Did you support the way Bush responded?
I think George W. Bush did an excellent job. He was decisive, he was immediate, and he was in control, and he was surrounded by leadership from his father's administration who would make sound judgment. My opinion.
Do you know anybody that was directly affected by the 9/11 attacks?
Your Uncle Bruce had a friend, it was either a friend or a friend of a friend, was killed. And then also a friend of mine from high school, her husband was supposed to be in the buildings. They live in that area, and he was supposed to be in the building, and there wasn't a conference room for his company, so they had to go elsewhere, otherwise he would have been there.
Was the friend of Bruce in the buildings, or was he on a plane?
In the building.
Are you now more scared of air travel than you were before?
Immediately, let's see, that happened in September, and we went on a family trip to Disney World in November after that, and I was scared to death. I was quite scared to go. To this day, and I don't think it has anything to do with 9/11, but whenever I have to travel for business, I'm always nervous. If we're going as a family, I don't care, because if something's happening, we're all going together. Sad as that is.
List some specific details about what you remember on September 11th.
As I said earlier, how it was a beautiful Tuesday morning, and I just remember taking that walk and hanging sheets out and going to your school, and then I remember being very, very afraid because I had to go back to work the next day, and I thought if anything should happen, where do I get you guys from? I was just nervous being separated from you guys, but also felt that when you were at school, you were in very caring, capable, and loving hands.
Well, while you were watching the news, what did you think? Did you think it was a bomb, or did you know it was a
I sat and watched the
attack?
second one I saw the second one hit the building.
Initially, after the first one, did you think it was a bomb, or did you know it was a terrorist?
You knew it was deliberate. There's no way.
How are the newscasters? How are they like? What was their demeanor like?
Shocked, scared, nervous. The best newscasters let the pictures unfold for themselves and shut their mouths.
Do you think it could have been prevented?
If you listen to the different reports and the different theories, yes. Would it eventually have happened? Yes. something's been brewing for a long time and multiple things have happened.
Knowing that Flight 93 was hijacked, but it landed in Pennsylvania and it was headed for the White House, how do you think America would have changed if it would have hit the White House?
I think it would have been a full-scale war immediately.
These are the newspapers from the St. Paul Pioneer Press from September 12th. Should we just redo it?